The 1954 50-minute version of 12 Angry Men is really good. This is directed by Franklin Schaffner, written by Reginald Rose, with a cast including Robert Cummings, Franchot, Edward Arnold, Paul Hartman, and various others. And I did recently watch the arguably more famous 1957 version, and while I do think that that film was maybe a little bit more engaging, this one is also a really solid experience, and I actually don't know whether I'd recommend watching that one or this one first. I'd say whichever one you're more interested in, I think would be a solid way to approach this. This was also apparently a live production from CBS, which is not a huge surprise, as a lot of television was broadcast live at the point, and I do think that that makes it a little bit more interesting. But I will also say, had I not known that going into it, I don't think it's obvious. I didn't catch any mistakes or errors or anybody stumbling over their lines. I may have missed something, I don't know, but certainly it did feel a lot more polished, and I thought it was pretty well done. If you're unaware of the premise, very basically, it's about 12 jurors who are trying to come to a decision about whether or not somebody is guilty of murder. And I do think the 50-minute time frame does work really well. As a concept, it won't be for everybody because it is basically just 12 people sitting around talking for the best part of an hour, but the dialogue is so great, the performances are brilliant, and the case itself, the case that they're discussing, is really interesting, so it's really easy to feel engaged with this. And if you've seen the arguably more popular version from 1957, and you liked that and that approach appealed to you, the jurors just basically discussing the case for the bulk of the film, this is also done very well here, so that does work well, and I had a good time learning about the case as the characters discussed it, and learning about the characters as well. Of course, we have different personalities as they're all trying to ideally come to a unanimous decision, and the performances were brilliant, the characters are really well written, it was really easy to feel engaged with it, and it's also shot really well as well. I did wonder if it would have a bit more of a stage play feel, because it was broadcast live, but it doesn't. It still feels like a regular motion picture for the most part. And visually, I did think it was quite satisfying, quite well done. And we have some good camera work, of course. The set designs look good. It's pretty impressive. And it feels different enough. Granted, this one came first. That is worth bearing in mind. But it does feel different enough that if you liked the more well-known 1957 version, I'd say it's still worth watching this. Because the quality is there. You'll enjoy the story if you like the story in the 57 version, but I feel like it's standing on its own ground, powerful enough that it excels in its own way without completely being overshadowed by the 57 version. And ultimately, I rather enjoyed it. Loved the concept, really enjoyed the execution, had a lot of fun with this one. Whether or not you've seen the more popular version, I'd say the 1954 12 Angry Men is certainly worth watching. Good story, great characters and performances, very well executed. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm certainly happy to recommend it.